So last week we spoke about FIFA 20 career mode and the things it could copy from PES Master League, and that was part 1. Today we have part 2. I'm going to be talking about a few more different kinds of features that are unique to Master League that could be useful in career mode as well. If you enjoy the video, leave a like for me. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. So let's start with a thing called testimonials. Now, testimonials is basically every season in Master League, there's going to be a group of players that retire and they get a dedicated match where you can verse them using your own squad. And it's basically at the end of the season, and it's basically just a send-off for those guys who are going to be retiring. So I have an example here for you. At the end of my Liverpool Master League, there was Peter Cech retiring, and he was the main headliner of the old boys. But of course, there was other players a part of that team like Adriano, John O'Shea, Churchy, Pazzini as well. And basically, you just play your normal match like any other game. It doesn't go to anything. It's just basically a final send-off for the boys. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. They're not actually that bad. And yeah, in career mode, when players retire, you don't get any testimonials. People want to see testimonial matches for players that have serviced for the club over 10 years or something. Unfortunately, we don't get that in the game mode at the moment. So maybe they can do something interesting like that in the future, where at the end of the season, you'll have a group of old players just choosing to retire, and you converse them as part of a testimonial match, you know? Another thing I want to touch on is the UEFA Super Cup. Now, I'm not complaining about the UEFA Super Cup license, I'm complaining about the entrance. PES Master League, when they had the Super Cup license, did a proper entrance where both captains carried their respective trophies that they won the season before, and there was also the Super Cup trophy in the middle of the presentation thing. You can see it on your screen. But in FIFA 19, when the players walk out, they're not carrying the trophies. All you can see is the Super Cup trophy. I would like to see the captains holding the Champions League trophy and the Europa League trophy like they do in real life as well. And I know a lot of people want to see that as well. So hopefully they can improve that in FIFA 20 career mode. PES Master League also has individual titles, and these include the World Footballer of the Year, the UEFA Best Player in Europe Award, the Footballer of the Year in Asia, World Manager of the Year, South American Player of the Year, and Team of the Month. Now, I think FIFA has a few of these awards, but I think PES does have a few more. And if you take a look at each individual one, you can access this anytime throughout the season. So if you ever wondered, like during the season, you missed the cutscene or something and you thought, who was the Golden Ball winner? You could actually go and check that and it would come up exactly like this. So the World Footballer of the Year 2017 was Cristiano Ronaldo, and it actually has a voting thing. 37 votes went to Ronaldo, 23 went to Messi, and 18 went to Suarez. And it tells you the team they played for and the first, second, third, which is basically what they do in real life as well. I think they narrow it down to the top 3. And then if you wanted to do the World Manager of the Year, that was Zinedine Zidane. I don't even think FIFA Career Mode has World Manager of the Year. I think that would be awesome. Imagine being the best manager in that season. That would be pretty cool. And then we have the UEFA Best Player in Europe Award, which is something that FIFA 19 Career Mode does not have, surprisingly. And this one is licensed as well. And you can see it's got the 3 voting system as well. First place was Ronaldo, 23 votes. Second place, Messi. And Suarez came in at third with 12 votes. South American Player of the Year, sort of the same thing. Not sure if FIFA has this award, probably not, but 115 votes went to Benedetto, who plays for Boca Juniors. And it also had the Team of the Month, which can be accessed at any time throughout the month. So, you know, if you missed the cutscene in career mode, that's pretty much gone. You don't know who's in the Team of the Month, but in this game, you can check it at any time. There's also a really cool ranking system in Master League where you can check your league ranking, your club ranking, and your national team ranking. So let's start with the league ranking. We're in the continent of Europe because we're managing Liverpool. And basically it tells you how many Champions League spots each league has and how many Europa League spots each league has as well. So in this case, the Premier League is ranked number 1, La Liga number 2, Serie A number 3, and the French League number 4. And the Premier League has 4 Champions League spots and 3 Europa League. La Liga has 4 and 3, Serie A 4 and 3. And then when you move on to the lower divisions, you have 3 and 3. Another cool feature is the club ranking one. So you can check how good your club is against the rest of the world's clubs. Real Madrid currently on top, Barcelona 2nd, Juventus 3rd, Arsenal 4th. And basically, when you finish in a good position on the table or you win the Champions League or whatever else cups you can win, your position is going to improve. At the moment, Liverpool was 41st in the world. Now, I don't know why they're below Southampton, but that's obviously not going to be the case in the real world. Some people might say this is a little bit of a gimmick. I don't really care. I really like this one. I think it'll be cool to be number 1 in the world. You know, it's something you can check every now and then. And because it's there, you want to be number 1. It's just natural human nature. So I think it's a cool thing. Last but not least, there was a national team ranking. So I think in the real world there is like some sort of national team ranking system as well. And in this case, Spain is number 1, Germany number 2, Brazil number 3. It tells you the continents that they come from. And I'm not managing any national teams at the moment. But could you imagine this in career mode? You know, you're managing a national team like Italy or something. You win the World Cup, all of a sudden you go number 1 in the world in terms of national teams. I think that would be awesome. Like a simple ranking system like this just makes things a little bit more interesting as well. It's the little things in Master League that enhance the whole overall experience. A lot of career mode players want more detailed statistics about their players in the game mode, and PES Master League does deliver. At the end of every month you get like a summary sheet which basically shows you your results for the month, your top goal scorer, your top assist maker, the average rated rankings as well, and your results on the right. If you go to the second page, it tells you all about your team's performance, how they've gone over the last 3 or 4 games in that month. And you can see I play more of a counter-attacking game and also a long passing game. And when it comes to defense, I'm more of an all-out defensive player, pretty conservative as well. And my attacking areas are pretty good in the middle but could be improved down the wings, and my ball winning area is basically in the middle as well. So you can see it shows you basically how you're playing. Like I'm using the right side of the field to attack more than the left side, and you can adjust your game using these statistics. It's pretty fantastic. And if we go to the third page now, there's average stats like possession, shots on target, shots faced, passes made, crosses successful, passes intercepted, tackles won, saves as well. And these are, I think, based on the average over the last 3 or 4 games. And you can see also as well the times you've scored goals. So I've scored a goal in the 31st to the 45th minute of the first half, and I've also scored in the 76th to the 90th. And then you can see the ones you've conceded as well. So I've conceded early in the first 15 minutes and in the last 15 minutes as well. And pretty much look how detailed it is, man. And then it goes even to more detail in the 4th page, which is basically about dribbling stats, passing stats, passes received, shooting stats, aerial battles won, tackles won. And this is basically a monthly summary which comes up after each month. And career mode does not have anything like this, man. This helps you so much. It gives you a good indication of your squad's performance, what areas need to be improved as well. And of course, if you wanted to check these stats over the whole season, you could also do that instead of just looking at a month per month basis. And we move on to the next one now, which is more in-depth player stats. And career mode, man, it doesn't have nothing like this. Let's take a look at this one. So for every player in your squad, it's going to have a detailed analysis of the shots on goal, the dribbling, the passes received, and the strength in the air. And then there's also ones for the low pass, the lofted pass, through ball and crosses, and interceptions, sliding tackles, and blocks. And it's just so good. Look at that. I mean, that's all the stats it shows, but compared to career mode, it's miles ahead. And those were just for the last month. If you wanted to take a look at the whole season, you can get much more detailed statistics because there's more completions and stuff like that. So there's another option too. There was also this cool feature called My Favorite Players. So let's say you did a 15-year career mode and you went to 5 or 6 different clubs over that span of 15 years. Well, each year you had the ability to add 1 or 2 players to your My Favorite Players list. That would get stored in your game mode, and you can always look back at each season and check out which players were your favorite at the time. So it also saves a few little stats like the matches played and the goals scored and stuff. As you can see on the screen, there's an example of Sturridge there for the 17-18 season. And each year, you would add to this list, and then over time you would have a collection of your favorite players from whatever club you went to during your career. And I just think that's a cool feature because at times in career mode I had teams where I had one standout player and he had a phenomenal season, like Diego Fabrini. I think in FIFA 17 with Watford, he was the top scorer in the Premier League, and I was never able to save any of his stats from that season without taking a photo with my phone. So even though some of you guys might think this is a small feature, I would like to have it because I like to look back and check out what my best players did in each of the seasons that I was managing in career mode. Now this one has to come down to licensing, but Master League has their pre-season tournaments, but rather than have generic pre-season tournaments, they're actually sponsored by the ICC, which is the International Champions Cup. Now of course EA can't just put this in their game, they have to acquire the license for this, but the ICC is a real life tournament. Maybe one day EA could think about putting it into career mode as well as a licensed thing. So that is the end of my 2-part series, the things that FIFA 20 career mode could borrow from PES. If you want to watch the other episode, make sure you click the card right now. It'll take you to episode 1, and I'll see you next time.